and welcome to my channel. Everyone that knows my videos knows that I'm kind of a recycling person and I have a hard time throwing stuff in the trash. So I have a whole bucket here full of those skins, I want to call them. And I have lots of those rings. They like from the cups that I mix my resin in with the color. Those are the leftovers from the bottoms. And I have a lot of them. I just cleaned out my cups and I thought, I'll do something with that now. See, this is the bottom. It's the same shape. Yeah. And those are the skins from around that bottom. As you can see, it has stripes as well. So sadly, I lost some of the footage, but what I did was I mixed some resin. I put those cut up pieces in there. I cut them with a scissor, just like in small pieces. And I put some alcohol inks drops in that mold before I put the resin in there. And what the resin does with the alcohol ink is it spreads them around, and everywhere where you see color, this is the alcohol ink. Now I'm pushing and pressing those pieces down so I get a kind of an even layer in that mold. But if there are parts sticking out, this is not really a matter. It's not no disaster because for what I want to do with it, we won't see that anyways anymore. And I will speed this up now. And this is how it looks now when I'm finished fiddling with it. It is 7 hours later now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm demolding that. I had to get up because otherwise the piece would have been rock hard and I couldn't do what I wanted with it anymore. So what I'm trying to do is bending this piece around this glass vase, but it's already really, really hard. So it is still bendy, but it's not soft enough anymore just to bend around that. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking out my heat gun and heating the whole piece a little up. So I have not such a hard time curling this around this vase. As you can see, it's like really hard. So here's my heat gun and I'm heating it just slightly. Not much. I don't want to melt the piece. I just want it to be a little bit more flexible. And here you can see it's getting soft. It doesn't take much heat. So what I'm going to do now is I have to put some painter's tape around it in a really tight fit. So when I get this off of this vase, it will stay in the shape that I want it to. And I think here it's just a little bit too loose, so I will secure it 2 or 3 more times and then I have to let it cure just like that. So it's a few hours later. I took it off the glass vase and I'm like really taping it together so the ends will stick together and touch each other. Yeah, this is where they touch, and I try to round it out a little bit more. What I'm going to do now is I'm taking some UV resin and put it in the spots where the sides will touch each other, and I cure this under the lamp. And I will do that 2 or 3 times more, just to make sure that it won't get loose anymore. I took my piece off of the glass vase, and here I got some little bits and pieces like crowns and hearts and stuff like that I made some time ago, and I'm gluing this with UV resin all over the piece. The piece is supposed to be a lampshade, and you will see how it works in the end. And there I have some other bits and pieces that I made throughout my time, when I was making jewelry, and I was keeping those little bits and pieces and like gemstone things and all kinds of stuff. And I'm putting them into that coaster mold, and I will cover them with ordinary resin to make them stick to the bottom of that lamp. So I made myself like 1.5 ounce of resin, and I put some pink glitter in there, and I'm pouring the resin into the lampshade on the coaster, and here you see it coming out of the bottom of that lampshade and covering the whole surface of the coaster mold. And I have some left over in my little cup, and I put this on top because there's sometimes more than one layer of those gemstones, and I just try to glue them down so they be stuck in on that lamp. So, and here my lamp is finished, and when it cured, I will show you pictures of it. So it is time to demold. The coaster is still a little bit soft, but I wanted to finish the video. That's why I demolded it now. And yeah, I like it so far. When the bottom is fully cured, I will color the sides with some gold marker and the top sides right there. And I will highlight them little crowns and bows and stuff with gold too. This was the bottom. And I have fairy lights here. They left over from Christmas. And I want to show you how that little lamp looks when it's lit up. Oh, gotta put you a little down so you see the whole lamp. Don't you love that? This is so cute. I'll leave at the end some impressions and yeah, hope you liked it.